We all know that sometimes money can be tight and there are lots of choices to make. At times like these, it's important to think carefully about how we spend our money. Everyone's situation is different, but there are some common things that poor people waste money on that make them struggle financially. In this video, we're going to talk about 12 of these things. From daily conveniences to lifestyle choices, understanding these pitfalls can be the first step toward making more informed financial decisions and paving the way toward a more secure future. With that said, let's get started. Number 12, alcohol. Spending money at pubs and bars can really add up. People often spend thousands of dollars each year on drinks when they go out. For example, a single bottle of beer at a bar or restaurant can cost you around $5, and sometimes even closer to $10. On the other hand, if you buy beer from a grocery store, you can usually get a six-pack of good beer for about $10. That's at least 3 times cheaper than buying it at bars. Many people go to bars to hang out with friends, but there are other ways to socialize that don't cost as much. Bar owners know that people are willing to pay more for drinks, so they charge higher prices. If you want to enjoy drinks with friends, having a party at your home can be a more budget-friendly option. Number 11, credit card debt. Credit cards can be useful because they often come with perks like cashback rewards and airline miles. So they can be a good way to buy things, but only if you pay off the whole amount you owe every month. The problem with credit cards starts when you don't pay off what you owe. The interest rate on credit cards is usually around 20%, which means for every dollar you owe, you'll be charged an extra 20 cents every month. That adds up quickly. For example, if you have a $1,000 balance on your credit card, you could end up paying an extra $200 just in interest. So, it's a good idea to always pay off your full credit card bill to avoid these extra costs. Number 10, luxury clothes. Famous people like Bill Gates are quite well known for not spending much on clothes. Gates, for instance, often wears a Casio watch that costs less than $100. This frugal approach to clothing is shared by other wealthy individuals like Mark Zuckerberg, Warren Buffett, and the late Steve Jobs, who stuck with the same New Balance sneakers for a long time. But why do they choose not to spend a lot? Well, these billionaires understand that having a lot of money doesn't last forever, and it takes a lot of hard work to become wealthy. Some things, like fancy clothes, just aren't that important to them. It doesn't mean you can't enjoy nice things, but it does mean being smart about your spending choices. Number 9, expensive gadgets and devices. Many people want the newest technology because it often comes with lots of cool features. For example, when it comes to phones, people like the idea of having better cameras, stylish designs, and the status of owning the latest model. But if you take a closer look, the differences between a current phone and the newest one are often quite small. Even if you have enough money to buy a new device, it doesn't always mean it's a smart choice. It's a good idea to carefully compare the features and specifications before deciding. While some folks think it's worth upgrading for better specs, experts caution that the differences between the old and new versions might not be that significant, making the cost of upgrading less sensible. Number 8, underutilizing gym memberships. In 2017, almost 61 million people had memberships at fitness centers. But here's the thing. Some reports say that nearly 70% of these memberships end up not getting used after the first few months. Most gyms make their money by having people pay for memberships, even if they don't go regularly. So, it's important to realize that a gym membership is only worth it if you actually go to the gym often. If you can't afford a gym membership without getting into debt, it's a good idea to look for free or low-cost ways to work out. There are plenty of options like going for a walk, a run, or a hike outdoors, which can give you a good workout without the extra cost. Number 7, buying new vehicles. Self-made millionaire and best-selling author David Bach, in a conversation with CNBC, highlighted the drawbacks of buying a brand new car. He suggests that despite the initial appeal, purchasing a new car is rarely financially prudent, especially for millennials. The primary reason for this caution is the rapid depreciation of a new car's value once it is driven off the lot. Typically, a car's worth decreases by 20% to 30% within the first year and can lose at least 60% of its initial value in just 5 years. The situation worsens when individuals choose to finance their new car purchases, effectively borrowing money to acquire an asset that immediately depreciates by 30%. Fortunately, there is a practical alternative to enjoy the experience of a new car without straining one's finances. Consider buying a used car that has recently come off a 2 to 3 year lease. These vehicles are nearly as good as new and can be obtained at a 30% discount compared to their original price. Number 6. Unused cable subscriptions. Thanks to technology and the internet, there are now many new ways to spend your money, like signing up for monthly deliveries of beer, wine, cheese, or candy that come straight to your home. But here's the thing. These subscription services can be a bit tricky when it comes to your finances. They charge your credit card automatically, and it's easy to end up spending more money than you realize. If you don't keep track of how much you're spending on these subscriptions, it might benefit the companies, but it can cause problems if you're trying to stick to a budget. To get a handle on your spending, you can use apps or take a look at your bank and credit card statements from the last 6 months to find any subscriptions. Then, you can take action to cancel them or adjust your budget so you're not caught off guard by the costs. Number 5. Excessive spending on skincare products. Taking care of your skin involves essential steps like moisturizing and cleansing. However, it's possible to go overboard with a multitude of different products. In the ever-evolving beauty and skincare market, the constant influx of new products can be enticing, leading individuals to try every new item that hits the shelves. With the abundance of skincare options available, people often tend to overuse or combine products, which can potentially have a negative impact on their skin. To navigate this, it's advisable to keep things uncomplicated. Discover a hair, face, and body care routine that suits you, and adhere to a selection of cost-effective products. Number 4. Excessive outings. While it's enjoyable to socialize and have nights out occasionally, it's important to be mindful of your spending on these outings. You don't need to completely avoid going out, but it's not necessary to do so every Friday night or after every payday. Instead, consider cooking and dining at home as a cost-effective alternative. Preparing your meals at home is generally more budget-friendly than dining at restaurants, including fast food establishments. The savings become evident when you compare the cost of ingredients to a restaurant bill. Over time, opting for healthy, home-cooked meals can result in reduced medical expenses and an improved overall sense of well-being compared to frequent dining out. Additionally, it allows you to incorporate more organic ingredients, vegetables, fruits, and whole grains into your diet. Number 3. Gambling. Gambling covers different things, like going to casinos or buying lottery tickets, where you put in a small amount of money hoping to win more. But even if you win a little, it's important to have a plan for what to do with the money. Even though it might seem like you could get lucky, many people end up leaving a casino with less money than they started with. It doesn't mean you should never go to a casino, but there are 2 important things to think about before you do. First, think about whether you can really afford to gamble. Just because you have some money doesn't mean it's okay to spend it all on gambling. Second, set a limit on how much you're willing to spend. For example, decide that you'll only spend $20 at the casino, and once you've spent that, be strict with yourself and stop. These steps help you enjoy gambling without hurting your financial stability. Number 2. Junk food. There's a common misconception that people with limited money can't buy healthy food because it's thought to be too expensive. But if you step back and compare the prices of fresh fruits and veggies to things like chips, ice cream, and cookies, you might be surprised. When you really look at it, junk food can end up costing you more in the long run. That's because it doesn't last as long as healthy stuff like carrots or lettuce. Plus, the impact on your body's health just isn't worth the price of junk food. So instead of spending almost $5 on a bag of chips, it's a good idea to go for a bag of carrots that's only 82 cents per pound. These choices not only help you stay healthy, but also make financial sense in the long term. Number 1. Smoking. Smoking not only harms our health, but also imposes a significant financial burden, particularly on those with lower incomes. Smokers can spend approximately $200 per month on cigarettes, resulting in an annual expense of $2,400 and a staggering $24,000 over a decade. Consider the potential uses for these funds, such as car repairs, savings for a new car, or a house down payment. If you aim to quit smoking, several strategies can help combat cravings. One effective approach is to substitute cigarettes with alternatives like sugarless gum, hard candy, raw carrots, nuts, or sunflower seeds, preferably something crunchy and flavorful. Quitting will not only improve your health, but also ease the strain on your wallet, opening up opportunities for a brighter financial future. Alright guys, that wraps up our video for today. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more insightful content on personal finance and smart money management. Stay tuned for more valuable tips and advice. And as always, take care of your finances, and they'll take care of you. See you in the next video.